Coming back to what Trump is talking about, and this is in his latest threat of imposing 200% tariffs on pharma imports, there could be severe ramifications for Indian pharma giants. Again, this is not in the near term because he has a good amount of timeline that he's given out. Varsha joins in with more context on the same. Varsha, how are you seeing the impact in terms of immediate versus long term?
Yeah, actually, so if you see, the 200% will not be levy in immediately, as you rightly said. It will take almost 12 to 18 months, and this may provide a little comfort, I would say, or a relief to the pharma companies, because the tariffs will be levied after 12 to 18 months. And this is the reason, if you see, US shares yesterday pharma shares ended in green after this announcement. So you have Pfizer, Amgen and Coherus, which were up in trade yesterday after this announcement. Now, what Trump actually said, that there are going to be tariffs at very high rate, like 200%, but they'll give a certain period of time to get this act together, and they'll give people about a year and a half. Now, if you see pharma stocks with high exposure to US, you have Gland Pharma, Aurobindo Pharma, Dr. Reddy's, where the tariff range from 45% to 50%. Lupin, Glenmark and Sun Pharma has tariff range of almost 30 to 35%. The least company which will get impacted from this tariffs would be Torrent Pharma. So as you asked me the question, in the near term, no, there won't be impact. But the analysts are saying that to set up a company or to set up a facility in US, that will take much, like 4 to 5 years to set up a facility there. So they don't see this 200% tariff into play. But we need to see, go ahead, what the Trump will, maybe there will be negotiations or not. But let's see how much India export to US. If you see, India exports almost 10 billion 10 billions of pharma goods to US, and Indian exports contributes almost 6% to overall US export. Generic provides more than 400 billion USD in annual savings to US healthcare sector. So this is the industry analysis, how much India export to US when it comes to pharma products.
Thank you, Varsha, for that. In fact, let me take a quick question with Avinash. Avinash, you're talking about a 200% tariff, but again, 1 to 1.5 years is the kind of timeline. How are you seeing the dynamics change?
No, I think, Hiral, clearly, even if this 200% import tariff comes in a staggered way, I think clearly the market is worried that at these tariff levels, how viable will be the operations of these players in the US markets. My sense is that, I think in the longer term, obviously all tariffs are going to be passed on to the final customers. But in the short term, there could be a little bit of worry, although these would be implemented only over the medium to long term. I think the markets would obviously build in the narrative that a higher tariff eventually is going to come. So I think to that extent, we'll have to see how the managements gear up to this new challenge and how it impacts their earnings in the medium to long term. But I think overall, I think there would be some amicable solution for the, pharma players, because it's a large market for them. And to suddenly change their business strategy in the near term or in the longer term will take some time. So I think it's better to wait and watch. I would say that, as of now, it's advisable to stay away from all pharma companies who are largely dependent on the US market. Let the fine print come, and then I think we could take a conscious call.
So